Hello! Happy Friday, Paul is the best for UK here. Welcome to today's Game of Day video. Now today's game is Super Monaco GP or Grand Prix on the Sega Master System. So this is Sega 1990. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so it's gone into demo mode here. So let's start the game. We want one player, we want Grand Prix mode. So let's enter our name. It's not going to fit my YouTube ID, I know that for sure, I can tell that already. Let's have a look. Yep, okay, so, yeah, Paul is D. Okay, Paul is D. Okay, so we've got machine set, test run or Grand Prix. I'm just going to go straight for Grand Prix. Okay, so we seem to be in some sort of split screen environment. So how do you move? Okay, so it's that button to move. I'm the top one, by the way, I'm the red car. The blue car at the bottom I think is a computer. So I played this on other formats. On the single player mode you had a single screen, so I think the limitations of the game on this system force it to have a split screen. So yep, do you remember Lotus 1? That was also a similar environment where it was split screen only, but they improved that on the Lotus 2 and 3, didn't they? But I think limitations of the game's engine or whatever, not the Master System obviously, but like the game's engine or the limitations of the programming team or whatever, decided to force it into split screen even if you're playing on a one player game. So that's not the most impressive start to the game. But yeah, other than that, am I in top gear here? Okay, so here we go. So we're thrashing along. So it's sort of like a pole position clone in a way. Yeah, it's not too impressive really. Okay, so Super Monaco Grand Prix was out on other formats like I mentioned. ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Amiga, Atari ST. It was also an arcade machine I believe. Right, so I'm doing absolutely horrendous. You see on the top middle of the screen you've got this radar and there's like this map. I'm the red car and as you can see I'm a long way behind the blue car. So I'm doing absolutely awful at this. But the game's... sorry about that notification noise. Windows updates again, pain in the arse. Okay, so right, okay, so yep, Super Monaco Grand Prix. Let's keep going. Game's quite boring, quite bland. There's not much in the way of signage on the side of the road. The horizon is a bit crudely drawn. It's not exactly impressive either. No parallax scrolling either in the horizon. And yeah, to be honest, yeah, bit disappointed on this one. It's not exactly what I would call the best driving game, to be honest. I'm sure the Master System is quite capable of doing a lot better than this. I mean, it's okay, it's not the worst game I've ever played. That title goes to hard driving on the Commodore 64, but yeah, you remember my video about that, I'm sure you do. But yeah, this is quite boring and quite bland, to be honest. I don't know if there's anything more to say. I mean, I'm going to try resetting the console, the virtual console, and let's have a look, see if there's any other modes that we can try. Grand Prix mode again. Okay, so I'll just put anything here, and let's have a look at machine test, see what that does. So we can change you can change the transmission of the car, you can change the wing, change the engine. So they're trying to enter a bit of innovation to it. I've just gone through that anyway. That's the wrong one. Let's try the test run. So on the test run it's weird because the bottom screen just stays at the starting line. You saw me at the bottom. So we've got our gears. So you can see the gears on the top left of the screen. Okay, so I've noticed on the game as well, the gear change up is the same button as acceleration. So the way that works is you change gear up and then you hold it down without pressing it again, and then it will accelerate. So if I lose this acceleration button now, press it again, it would change gear. See that? So they've sort of worked it so the same button for acceleration is also your gear change, so that's quite unusual. Normally it's a different button for gear change to acceleration, but yet the acceleration and the gear change is mapped to the same button. But when you hold it down, it just does the acceleration phase, but when you press it again, it goes up a gear, or when you get to the top tacho meter of that particular gear. So yeah, that was Super Monaco GP or Grand Prix on the Sega Master System. I'm going to give this one, sadly, a 6 out of 10. So have a happy Friday. I'm going to have a beer now, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. So thank you for watching. Goodbye!